preparing live stream. The host has started broadcasting the meeting on YouTube. Broadcast meeting, Zoom window. Go live. Inside of web content. To click this button, press Control Option Space. To exit this web area, press Control Option. YouTube video player. Hello, welcome. YouTube web content. Welcome, welcome, welcome. How are you? Oh, can I do that? Why can't I switch? Oh, there we go. Okay. Wrong key command. Welcome. Thanks for joining me today. Well, you saw by the title, the fears around a drastic digital detox. I think I said it to a couple of people earlier this week in some private conversations was, I think I underestimated what level of release and surrender I would be called to by setting the intention to hear my intuition, pay more attention to my guides, and that kind of like I just underestimated what that would look like and what the release level would have to be, because the release level, to trust my guides, trust my intuition, trust the alignment, trust the universe, trust the people in my life, like those that are left. And so I've been hearing to like do a digital detox, get off of social media. And I tried that in February and pretty much failed miserably, mostly because, and I'll admit this, I had just made a new friend and I was only messaging that person on social media. So it was very challenging to, I've had a lot of people leave my life. By that, I mean, they don't agree with me anymore. And so they don't want to talk to me anymore, which is fine. Oh, well, all is well. There's a release process when we go through growth, right? There's like when we level up, when we go through growth, like not everybody goes with us. It doesn't make it less painful or less of a grief process. It means that like I said, they're not going with you on the next level up of the journey. But for me, that's challenging because I always want people to be in my world in some ways, and in some ways I want to be left the hell alone. But so I failed in February. And so there's one of my fears of doing a digital detox is, for the few people that I only message on social media, will they forget me? I know that they won't. Like, I'm just throwing things out there, not saying that this is how it will go. But will they forget me? Will they not talk to me? Will they not care that I went offline? Will they choose to reach out if they need me, if they wanted to? Like, these are the things that go through my brain and that keep me from, this is the limitations, right? Like, oh, there's so many directions I could go within this conversation right now, because there's a level of trust in trusting yourself, number one, that you're making the right choice for your growth, for where you want to go, what you want to be up to in the world, right? And then there's trusting the other people, that they do indeed care for you, honor you, respect you, support you. So it'll be okay. However it plays out, it's going to be okay. What else? What other fears? Obviously FOMO, fear of missing out, right? Like, I don't follow a lot of news sources or anything like that. I haven't for a very, very long time. This is not new because of the last 2 years. which I think is very interesting in and of itself. The like, a lot of people think that I just started developing, that I don't would pay attention to the news, that I don't follow trends, that I don't follow. That's not new. This has been going on for more than a decade, that I don't follow what everyone else is up to, which is in and of itself uniquely why I should do a drastic digital detox. And let it be. And so it goes. Then there's the other question of like, how far does a digital detox go? Is it just social media? Is it, my work is virtual, my work is digital. But if I spent a hell of a lot less time scrolling through reels and stories, I'd probably spend a hell of a lot more time learning different tools and techniques to improve my videos, or to develop programs, giveaways, content, and attract the audience that I want, right? But then I won't be posting my videos to social media if I'm not on social media. And so did enough people take advantage of the time to, come to me and subscribe so that they would be notified? And do I trust? Like, it literally comes down to trust, right? It literally comes back to trust. 100% comes back to trust and surrender. And I feel like I am in a space, this last week taught me a lot about surrender, because I had like a serious, super emotional down, like Sunday, Monday into Tuesday, where I kind of emotionally collapsed or cracked, or however you'd like to look at it. I was pretty vulnerable, and I was having tearful outbursts and things like that. And I'll be honest, like, the reason why is because people have left my life, and I have not made a lot of friends here in Arizona. And I haven't built or created the life that I want to create here. In other words, I haven't like really invested I haven't had the opportunities to get outside and get hiking and get up in the mountains, and I haven't gotten to go to Sedona and things like that. And these do require me to have a person to support me, and I don't have those people, or that person, or whatever. Like, I don't know that it's one person, but you know what I'm saying? Like, so I just got super upset and super angry at, the way that things are not going. I haven't built the business that I want. I haven't had the relationship that I want. And, I do have specifications for all of these things. I don't have the housing situation that I want either. So I kind of just had this moment of like, fuck, I haven't even created the shit that I want in my life. And then I tapped in and heard the radical surrender, radical release, and sort of walked into a group coaching call on Wednesday, going, what's the next thing is to release all of everything. To release all of everything. Let it all go and see what shows up when I let it all go, and trust that the things that are meant to be in my life will be in my life, that they will make their presence known, whether that's people, things, business, clients, or, crochet orders, essential oil orders, like whatever the fuck that looks like, right? But here, while I'm investing all of this energy into who's going to be in my life, who actually gives a damn, who wants to, work with me as a coach, and who wants to buy essential oils, I am exerting all of this energy into this. And what's not happening? My book is not getting published. I haven't changed my streaming software that was suggested to me a month ago. I did start streaming on YouTube, and that was pretty much a lifesaver. So what do I want to do about my podcast? So many things, and so many things that I have a vision for. And as I just started working with Tamara Jean this week, and already I'm feeling like Like, I fucking signed up for this year. So, okay, so FOMO, fear of missing out, FOMO, fears around the people that I only chat with on social media. How far does the digital detox go? What is what's the point of it? I don't know. I just feel called to put down my phone, to be off my devices. Um, so I think like what I would like to um, maybe journal prompt, meditative question, maybe poll. No, poll's not what I want, what I'm searching for. Words are not coming to me that I want to say. But I guess the thought I would pose to you is, what are you doing that's distracting you from creating or building what you want? We all have distractions. And right now, there are so many hyped up distractions. There's a super, for lack of a better word, inflated distractions in our world right now, great and small. And even I am susceptible to being distracted. And the question to ask yourself is, are you willing to release the goddamn distraction in order to build the life that you want, or at least put some pieces together, put some visions together of what that might look like? I have a long-term text friendship that I've had for coming up on 9 years now. And I'm telling you, there's no real, the person and I don't have a lot in common. We have a few things in common, but not a lot. And yet we've been consistently loyal friends for 9 years almost. And I think to myself, like what's made that friendship stick around through some pretty thin shit and some, had great moments, but we've had some pretty trying moments, even just texting friends, right? We've had some trying moments. We've both had moments where we've questioned why we stay friends. And kind of pushed each other and kind of not, but we always come back to, we want the friendship, we want the loyalty. So I'm bringing that up as a huge example of like, if the people want to be in your world, they're going to be in your world, right? Like that friend and I can go a couple of weeks without interaction, and usually it's me texting him and not the other way around. But it always comes back to, we choose the friendship. We always choose the friendship. And so maybe that's my reminder that no matter where I am, people are going to choose to be a part of my life. They're going to choose to be in my world, whether I text them every day or not. They are going to want to be a part of what I got going on, right? So I feel like I'm going to be kicking off the equinox / Aries season / holy shit, what's going on in 2022 with a massive digital detox. And I kind of don't really know what it looks like, but again, I would say that I would subscribe here. If you're watching this video and you're not subscribed to my YouTube, I would say do it. Unless you have contact info with me to be able to, I'm not going to care if people are going to text me or email me, I'll respond. But this is more about not sitting on social media, scrolling through stories and reels, and looking down and being like, fuck, 45 minutes just went by. I mean, and you see the same real audio with just a different video, right? So it's like you're just getting the same, like, what are you mushing? I feel like it's like brain mush, right? Like there's some cool, awesome reels, don't get me wrong, and there's some cool, awesome memes, don't get me wrong, you know, but is it really is it really that important? Um, anyway, that's where I am right now. I feel like I'm very, very much pulled offline. And I'm a little bit, like I said, I have a lot of fear around it. I have a lot of fear of losing what few people I have to chat with right now. So yeah, but I feel like this is something that I have to, this is like just a level up in like the whole trusting and surrendering and releasing and letting shit go. And yeah, it's so funny. I was listening to oh gosh, Sovereign Shakti. She's so cool. But she did a video about like releasing physical stuff in your home. And even like Tamara Jean mentioned that to me this week too. And I was literally like sifting through stuff because now that my storage is here and all of everything that I have is here pretty much. It's like an opportunity to like go through it and like, do I even have 2 boxes of crap anymore? Probably not. Probably not. But like taking a look at your environment. And it's really interesting because if I really even think back, like Teal Swan mentioned it in her 2022 forecast video, it was like people will get the urge to sift through their physical environment and get rid of crap and downsize because we're mentally exhausted. We are mentally fatigued. And you and you alone are the one responsible for your mental health. Coming from somebody who has been through some serious depression, I used to blame the demons, like, I can't do life. I can't get out of this bed. Like the demons are my brain. So I hear you if you've got demons. I really hear you. And if you've got reasons why you're in bed, I was definitely there earlier this week too. I was in bed, like, I don't even want to interact today. And the only way I have managed to pull myself out of it, and I'm not talking like the asshole way of like, put your big girl pants on or pull your bootstraps up. Like, yes, those are, power phrases, but they can also be super triggering and asshole-ish in my opinion. So I want to be like, you're the one who gets to decide how it's going to go. And maybe that means you have to completely change your physical environment. For me, that's how it needed to go. I had to leave my physical. I had to leave Chicago. I could not do the cold anymore. I could not do the damp anymore. That was what was really fucking with me, because it would be cold and damp and then like my body would hurt, thus my brain would follow suit, or vice versa. My brain would hurt and then I would be in bed and therefore my joints weren't moving, and cycles. So maybe it does mean a change in your environment. And what the fuck? Like, what have you gotten out of the last couple of years if not to like live life that makes you happy and joyful and all of the things? Because you fucking deserve it. We only get one life. Multiple if you believe in that, but you get to enjoy this time in this space and this presence in this body right here, right now. So anyway, drastic detox coming soon. Don't know how far it's going to go, don't know how long it's going to last, but I will be here every day nonetheless, doing what I do and processing through more shit, finishing the book, editing the book, doing the astrology classes that I bought that I keep thinking, oh, I need to take I need to go through the whole next class, and gone through the first two I've done the first session of the astrology class and I've done the first session of Hypergate. Hypergate blows my mind because it's kind of how I've been doing astrology this whole time because I can't really see the charts. So I just sort of feel it. So I'm kind of going back and forth between the basic and the not so basic. And then last night I was like, I want to do another one. And then I'm like, scrolling reels. I'm like, gotta have time to probably do another class. But I was busy scrolling reels. So anywho, that is what I have for you today. I like, seriously, if you got something from this, I really would love for you to leave a comment or whatever. I will post this one to Facebook and Instagram, but this will probably be the last video that I post to either of those platforms for the foreseeable future. And I just want to feel into what is available for me just to step away and really just be conscious, be intentional, and trust and surrender and trust that whatever is there for me will show up for me, and whoever is there for me will show up for me in whatever capacity that is. So what action are you feeling called to take that you're terrified to take? What's the thing? What's the thing that's like nagging you in the back of your head that you're like, I can't do that. I can't do that. That's the thing you need to do the most. I love you, and I will talk to you tomorrow in some capacity. I don't know how tomorrow is going to go, so it may not be a live, but there will be a video. We'll see. Maybe it'll be a live tomorrow night after the sale. So talk to y'all then. Have a great rest of your night and happy equinox, new astrological new year, Aries season, finally some fire to balance all those goddamn water. So have a good rest of your day. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate you. And